Hey guys, welcome back to Our Life Full of Zest. I'm Lindsay. If you guys are new to this channel, we do mostly lifestyle, shopping, travel, and just everyday type of vlogs. We do sometimes add in a little bit of Disney. As you can see, today is going to be all about Disney. If you've been following us for a while, we used to be One Mouse, One Dream. Recently, I decided to change our channel's name because I wanted to share more of our life with you because one, we're currently in the process of building our very first house, which is so exciting, and it's soon to be finished, which cannot wait. If you guys are interested in seeing that process, I'll go ahead and put one of the videos about our house up here in the corner. Today's vlog is all about Disney, as I said, and I was sort of inspired by the numerous conversations that I've been having with some of you from YouTube as well as some of you from Instagram regarding the two newest fireworks shows at Walt Disney World. Let me first start off by saying we have not seen these shows in person. So I've watched each of the shows on YouTube 3 different times each to try to see if my opinions or thoughts would change after seeing them a second and a third time. Will our opinions, well, my opinion, change once I see them in person? Potentially, potentially not. I don't know. Because so far I feel the exact same since watching them the first time and watching them the second and third time. I'm going to try to keep this vlog as short as possible because if you know me and you've been following us for a while, I can chat for a very long time. Let's just get right into Harmonious at Epcot. I didn't really have high expectations for Harmonious. Was I excited about the new show? Yes, but like it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. It was just like, okay, cool, this is a new fireworks show and let's see what it's all about, you know? I'm going to first start talking about the music. Overall, the music I felt was okay. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't the worst, but it could have been better. My thoughts. I think the parts that I did enjoy, I liked some of the renditions of certain songs, and I really enjoyed the fact that they incorporated different languages throughout different parts of the show. I just really enjoyed that part of the music part of the show, and I thought they did a good job with that. I think it would have been cool to see every single country incorporated that is in World Showcase. I think that was sort of a miss because they sort of were trying to incorporate the world, and so in my opinion I think that every country should have been represented, and that wasn't the case. Again, it wasn't bad, but they could have done a little bit better. In regards to the fireworks, I think my opinion probably will change in person for the fireworks because I think you get a better overall view and feeling with the fireworks in person. But I think again they missed on these. I think there could have been a little bit more pizzazz with the fireworks. I think sometimes the water show, the light show projections sort of interfered with some of the fireworks, and overall, like I said, it could have been better, but it just wasn't an ooh moment for me. But I think it might change once I see them in person. In regards to the water show part of the fireworks show, I think they could have done a lot better with this. I feel like everything was a little bit too close together. I really enjoyed Rivers of Light, and I was so sad to see that go. I think, in my opinion, Rivers of Light was amazing. The songs, the atmosphere, everything about it I thought was so cool. Because it's no longer at Animal Kingdom, I thought maybe they would incorporate some of those type of things more so here at Epcot and utilize how big World Showcase Lagoon is, and I feel like it was a miss. It was still cool, Again, my opinion could change once I see it in person, but I just was sort of missing a wow factor overall. But again, I didn't really have high expectations for this, so I'm not really that disappointed, and I am looking forward to seeing it in person, and maybe I'll feel differently once I see it in person. But just overall, like, I think they could have done a better job than what they did. Again, I don't want to sound too negative because there were some positives, like I mentioned. I just think as technology has improved so much, it's 2021, I think that Disney could have done like several notches above compared to what they did. Again, just personal opinion. If you disagree, totally fine. I just feel that with everything that Disney could get their hands on, I think they could have made this show a little bit bigger than what they did. Definitely looking forward to seeing this in person with Brad, and maybe I'll be able to report back and say that my opinion has changed. But I think from seeing it in person, not in person, here at home on YouTube 3 times in a row, well, on different days, I think that my opinion will pretty much stay the same, except for maybe the fireworks part. That's the only thing that I think will really change perhaps, but we shall see. Now, Disney Enchantment at Magic Kingdom for the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. This one's gonna be a long discussion, and I'm gonna try to keep it as short as possible. I feel like I'm getting emotional about it, and I'm getting very emotional about this. So, gosh, what the heck. Disney holds a very, very special place in my heart, and it always has and it always will. And I had really, really high expectations, which I guess I shouldn't have, for this show. Over the years since I've gone to Disney from a young child to our honeymoon that Brad and I took back in 2011, which we just celebrated our 10-year anniversary, I've seen several different fireworks shows at the Magic Kingdom, and every single fireworks show that I've seen, whether it's in person or at home on TV, even before YouTube, I've always gotten emotional. And I think it's because Disney just allows you to be a kid. It makes you dream. It makes you think that dreams come true, wishes come true, and it just gives you all those warm, fuzzy feelings. And that's exactly what I felt during every previous fireworks show that I've ever seen at Magic Kingdom, whether it was during the day or especially at night. And I think that's the main reason, one of the main reasons why I am just disappointed with the performance of this fireworks show. I did not have any warm, fuzzy feelings, didn't cry, even after the second or third time watching it. And is it important for people to cry at Disney's fireworks shows? No. But I know so many who do, especially, you know, both men and women, to be honest. And I didn't get that. And I know I had really high expectations for this because it was the 50th anniversary, and maybe I just sort of set the expectation bar too high. But from discussing this with so many people, I know I'm not the only one who feels this way. In my heart, I just think they could have done so many things different. And it's hard for me to say this, and you can tell because I'm sort of pausing because I don't want to say it. They really missed this one. they missed the mark on this one by far. I know that some people may disagree with me on this, but it's the 50th, and the most recent fireworks shows, Happily Ever After, Wishes, by far were so much better than Disney Enchantment. I don't think my opinion will change once I see it in person. I think the only slight thing that will change is being able to see the projections on Main Street a little bit better, because that in person obviously will be better versus seeing what they showed on the different options on YouTube. But overall, honestly, this is even harder for me to say. I don't have a huge desire to go see it in person. I will at some point. I know I will, but I'm not in a rush whatsoever. Before I continue to ramble, I'll sort of backtrack a little bit and start with music like I did for Harmonious, and talk about the music and what I liked and what I didn't like. I love all the movies. I love all the songs that they used. I love each of those movies for different reasons. I don't understand why they used Moana twice. I enjoyed listening to those songs during the show. No problem whatsoever. The main song for Enchantment, I just didn't get that wow factor like I did for the previous fireworks shows and the most recent ones, Wishes and Happily Ever After. I also didn't think there was a storyline. There should have been a storyline. It just sort of seemed all over the place. There was these odd pauses between songs. Well, not all of them, but certain parts of the show. I just thought that was sort of a little off. Is that something that they could fix for the future? Sure. But for the 50th, it just was not a wow factor for me whatsoever. In my heart, in my opinion, the storyline and the music, I wanted to be transported from back to 1971 when Magic Kingdom opened and debuted to the public, when Roy Disney commemorated Walt Disney World. And I'm getting emotional because I really do think Disney missed out on this one. And I'm sorry if I'm crying, because Disney means a lot to me. It's gotten me through a lot of, oh my gosh. It's gotten me through a lot of rough days when it's come to, it's gotten me through a lot of rough days when I and myself and Brad have gone through IVF, and we've had a lot of trials and tribulations when it comes to IVF, and we still don't have our miracle baby. We've miscarried so many times, and again, this is not about IVF, and I never thought I'd cry during this video, but again, this is my honest, raw opinion about the show. Disney, like I said, has a special place in my heart because it's got me through a lot of really tough times during IVF. It makes me forget about what's going on outside of the Disney bubble, let's say. And I just cherish the songs that Disney creates, the feelings, the moments, the imagery, everything. And I was just, I guess, really looking for that same experience for the 50th, and it didn't. I am a huge history person as well, and that's why I say I wanted to be transported back to 1971 and sort of start with Roy and Walt. You know, obviously Walt was not present. He was no longer here. You know, he unfortunately didn't get to see the opening of Magic Kingdom, but he helped start, you know, the process of building Magic Kingdom, buying the land and everything with his brother, and Roy carried on that legacy until his death. And I think because Roy was there on opening day, I think for sure Walt and Roy should have been somewhere in the show, somewhere, somehow. And the other thing, Mickey. It all started with a mouse. And sorry, my eyes are still watering. The gang should have been included. I had no problem with like using some of the songs that they used, but to be quite honest, they were repeated from Harmonious, and I just thought that was strange. Like, why did you use so much Moana and Frozen in both shows? Like, why not do more of a variety kind of thing? And in regards to like being transported from the past to the present, I think Disney missed this one so much, because they could have used and could have incorporated so many songs from the past, you know, the middle to now. As far as trying to incorporate like a storyline, I think they should have used songs from back when the park first opened in 1971, like some of the originals, like Tiki 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 Room, It's a Small World. I think they also should have used things like A Spoonful of Sugar or You Can Fly from Peter Pan. I think they could have used Wish Upon a Star, or they could have used Mickey's alma mater song. Let's see, what else? I have a bunch here on my list. I think they could have somehow included Philharmonic Band. They could have included Dapper Dan's. You know, these are all like significant things about Walt Disney World, and specifically Magic Kingdom. Oh, the other like two songs that I really thought they could have incorporated somehow is Main Street Electrical Parade, because that parade was such an amazing parade. It's my favorite, so I guess I'm a little partial to that one. But I also think they missed the mark with not using Walking Down Main Street USA. Like, I just think they could have done things so differently in regards to the storyline, which is basically the music, and that's like the heartbeat of the show. That's what gets you drawn in. That's what makes you feel the feels, makes you have goosebumps, makes you cry, makes you have that warm fuzzy feeling inside, and did not get this whatsoever. I think it was all over the place. It didn't make sense. Yeah, I think you guys get my just as far as what I'm trying to say in regards to the music. I think that was the biggest miss, because this was the 50th anniversary of the Magic Kingdom and Walt Disney World, and I just think they should have had history. They should have had the tradition of when it first started to the, you know, 80s to the 90s to the 2000s until to now, and I just think they missed out on that so much, and it's just disappointing. I'm not going to even say I'm sorry, even though I just did, but I'm not apologizing for how I feel, because again, this is my raw, true emotions of why I feel the way I do about this new show. And as I stated before in the very beginning, you are entitled. We are both entitled. Well, not both. We are all entitled to our own opinions about this, and that's okay. Like, I know some people are going to disagree. I know some people are going to really agree, and then there's going to be some people in the middle who agree and disagree, you know, sort of in the middle, and that's fine. Like, that's all I'm going to say about that. In regards to the fireworks, I think they were okay. I think they could have done a little bit more of a variety of newer fireworks. I know they did incorporate some new types of fireworks in the show. I think again it could have been a little bit more spectacular because this is the 50th anniversary. I feel like just talking more recently about Wishes and Happily Ever After, because they're the most recent ones for me to remember, I think their fireworks meant more because the storyline and the music meshed well together. Like, it worked well together. In regards to the light show, the light projection on Main Street, I think that was an amazing idea. I think that is really cool. But I think, again, they could have taken it up a notch if they would have done a historical viewpoint and storyline and incorporated Main Street with that. I think there could have been so many unique things that they could have done. Like, just for example, I think it would have been so cool to see the crowds on opening day, October 1st, 1971, at some point during the show the crowds of people walking down Main Street on like buildings of Main Street. I think that would have been a really cool projection. I think Roy at opening day during his opening ceremony speech, that should have been projected on the castle. Walt should have been projected on the castle at some point. Mickey and the gang should have been projected at some point in the show and on the castle. I think it would have been cool to see the characters again walking along Main Street. Like, I just think there could have been so many more things they could have done to make this like a bigger spectacular compared to what it was. I feel like I'm being so negative, but I just am being honest. I wasn't sure at first if I was going to sit down and do this video because of all the negativity surrounding Enchantment, but I just wanted to be raw and real with you guys. I've always been 100% honest and open with you, whether things are good, bad, or in between, and that's why I wanted to sit here and actually do it, you know? I don't want to sugarcoat things to make them seem better than they truly are, because this is how I feel, you know? And is it gonna stop me from going to Disney and to see the shows? No. Am I gonna continue to love Disney? Yes. But, you know, overall, like, I just feel they missed the mark on this one big time. And to each their own for their opinion. I just think that for the 50th anniversary, they could have done a whole heck of a lot better. I just think that because it was the 50th, I thought that they would have done so much more. And Disney is all about imagination and creativity, and I just think all of that was lacking when they came up with this plan for Enchantment. Disney is about a story, it's about emotion, it's about feeling, it's about imagery, and there wasn't any of that. I mean, it's cool. I mean, if you weren't expecting any of the stuff that I was talking about, and if it wasn't the 50th anniversary, maybe I would feel different about this show. I still would have preferred the most recent Wishes and Happily Ever After over this. But again, like, it's hard to compare them to this because this is the 50th. And those were just shows they came out with at different points in time. And again, to put them on a scale, 1000% Wishes and Happily Ever After are up here, and Enchantment is like way down. I think that pretty much sums it up. I think I've rambled on long enough now for y'all, and I just want to say thank you for letting me get off my chest how I feel. Yeah, I never thought in a million years I would talk in such a disappointing, in a negative way, in regards to a fireworks show at Magic Kingdom. I just really had such high hopes for the 50th. Even back on the 45th anniversary, when Brad and I were going to the park and things, even then, I remember one vlog walking through Magic Kingdom with Brad, And if I can find that footage, I will insert it here. I remember getting so excited because it was such a cool thing that Brad and I would be celebrating our 10-year wedding anniversary when the 50th was going on. I just had a revelation. Brad, you have to come over here for this. So I just realized when we have our 10-year anniversary, it's going to be it's right now because it's 45 years celebrating Magic Kingdom right now. So when we have our 10-year anniversary, guess what? It's going to be the 50th anniversary of Magic Kingdom. Oh my goodness, so a big 10 for us and a big 50 for Magic Kingdom. So is that how your face is going to be or something? So that's pretty cool. We need to do like our vow renewals. That'd be perfect. I just had such high expectations and maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I think I'm not the only one who feels this way, and I know I'm not the only one, but it just was a huge miss, and it's just sad. Thanks so much for listening to my views and thoughts and opinions on these 2 new shows. If you guys aren't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't like it, it's okay, because again, you're entitled to your opinions. And until next time, we will see you guys later. Thanks so much for watching and have a most magical day.